Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This time I'm meant to be dressed up as Sally Face from the game of the same name. It's a game that I absolutely love and have been recently playing it on my gaming channel, little shout out, sorry. The link to which is up there if you wanted to check that out. And I know for the longest time a lot of people have been wanting me to do this makeup, so here it is. I hope it's okay. But if this makeup is too simple and not gory enough for you, we can always do a more bloody version of Sally Face. Like this. And as an extra added bonus, I also teach you in this video how to do Sally Face's bandaged makeup from the start of the game. Which looks something like this. So, if you'd like to learn how to do these makeups, stay tuned. So to start things off, both my eyebrows have got to go, so I'll pop a link up there. That link will take you to a video that I did in the past to teach you how to block out your eyebrows, so I don't have to do it in this video to make things go a little bit quicker. So I'm going to block my eyebrows out, and we'll go from there. Then I'm going to take a Kryolan face liner pencil and start drawing on the shapes that I want for the eyes and the separation line across the mask. So then, once I've got everything roughly traced out, I can take a Superstar white watercolour and I can paint in this half of the face, remembering not to go onto your ears or your neck, because remember it has to be a mask, so I'm going to stop at my jawline. So then I need to paint this half of the face. So I decided to go with a really nice light purple. So I'm taking this light purple colour by a Superstar and apply that to this side of the face. Then, once that's all coloured in, I can take a black Superstar watercolour and I can colour in the area around the eyes. So then, taking a black gel that's safe for the waterline of your eyes, I'm using a MAC fluid line in black. I'm going to apply that just in the waterline of both my eyes, just to get rid of any hint of skin tone. So then I can work on some finer details. So I'm going to take a super sharp angle brush and a black Makeup Forever cream. This is from their Flash palette, but you only really need the black cream. And I'm going to apply that all along the join line and then blending it away, maybe about 1 centimetre or 2. I just want it to give the illusion that this is a lot more further in than this part of the mask. I want it to look as if it's cracked inwards. I can then take the same black cream on the same angle brush and I can go underneath the eye, blend that downwards, and then go underneath my lip and blend that downwards too to cast a shadow. So next is something that's completely optional. I'm just going to do it because I think it might help add like an extra element to this look, just to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional, and that is to stick on some bolts that hopefully when stuck down will look like both sides of the mask are kind of stitched together. I was going to draw them on, but as I said, I think this might make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. So there you are. It's super crude, so I apologise for that. So what I've done is I took a small amount of card, painted it in a bronze colour, attached some really small watch parts to them because I have a load of watch parts lying around because I'm just like that. And when it was all dry, it looked something like that. So hopefully it looks like little mechanical stitches. I literally just made these 5 minutes before recording, so I hope they're okay. But the idea is I'm going to apply some Spirit Gum to the back of these and then stick them down. I made about 8, to be honest. I think I'm only going to use about maybe 4, maybe 3. I'm just going to dot them along the join line. Okie dokie, so hopefully you can see what I mean by making it look a little bit more three-dimensional. So then the last step is to pop in some bright blue contact lenses, pop on the fabulously famous blue wig, pop on a black jumper, and I do believe we're done. And there we go. That's my look, officially complete. So I'll finish the look off by popping in 2 contact lenses that I got from camoeyes.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. They are their Blue Manson lenses, which I absolutely love, and it's really funny how closely they match the colour of the hair. And I popped on a black t-shirt, which is pretty much all that Sally wears in the first part of the game. The wig I actually got off of Amazon. It's a fairly basic wig that happens to have these clip-on ponytails, which I bloody love. I did have to give it a little bit of a haircut because Sally's obviously got that really short, choppy fringe, so I obviously cut away at that. I also took some of the black watercolour and did 2 little dots on both of my earlobes, just because Sally obviously has those 2 black piercings in both ears. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure why I did that because I actually have the same piercings. I could have just found 2 earrings somewhere. I don't know why I did that. Never mind. But yeah, so that's my Sally face makeup. I know it's super simple, but it was always gonna be quite simple for this makeup because there's not much detail in the actual character's look. However, you can always make it quite a bit more dramatic by adding a splash of fake blood. Like this. So to achieve this extra look, I took my favourite fake blood, which is Superstar's Stage Blood, and with that I got the same amount of blood with water, mixed it together to make it really runny, took a really firm and stiff paintbrush, and then I just spackled it going across one side of the face, because that way it looks like the blood sprayed out from a specific angle that the person's been murdered in. I don't want to spoil the game too much, but yeah. Plus it makes this side of the face a little bit more interesting rather than just plain. I also, of course, changed my costume. This is Sal in Court. Obviously I know the hair would have been a bit messier and not in pigtails for this look, but I hope this is okay that I've kept it like this. The costume is from buycostumes.com. I know it says Jailbird across the front, I'm sorry about that, but hey ho. But as I said, this is from buycostumes.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. I'm also wearing some shackles that I got from the same website. So yeah, it's completely up to you all if you wanted to do my innocent version of Sally face or the more blood splattered version. And now, as an extra added bonus, if this look wasn't gory enough for you, you could always do Sally's bandage look, which technically is from the start of the game, I believe. Which looks something like this. So, as an added bonus, if you'd like to learn how to do this version of Sally face, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so for this version of Sally face, I'm not going to be using much makeup, to be honest. It is more about, I suppose, the costume than the actual makeup itself. So it's going to be a super simple look, but hopefully quite effective. So I'm going to start by taking a Kryolan face liner pencil, and I'm going to just mark the shape that I want for the eye, because the majority of the face and wig is going to be covered in a bandage, and only one eye is going to be on show. So I'm just going to mark that area so I can paint that area so that none of my skin colour comes through, because we want it just to look like a kind of a floating eye. We don't want there to be any suggestion of what could be under the bandage. That's kind of what makes this look really intriguing. So I'm just going to trace on the shape that I want. Okay, so it's nothing special, we just need to make sure that there's enough area covered so that the bandage can go around it. So it's always best to over-exaggerate it than under-exaggerate it, because we can always just cover the excess with bandage. So then I'm going to take a Superstar black watercolour and just colour in this area. Then, for the waterline around my eye, I'm going to take a MAC fluid line in black track and just colour that area in to get rid of any hint of skin tone. So then, I want to talk to you about the next step, which is the bandages. So I went onto Amazon and I bought a big bag of 12 conforming strips of bandage. You probably don't need that much, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. And the simple idea of this is I'm going to wrap it around my face, and because it's conforming, I shouldn't really need to pin or glue anything down. And I'm just going to make sure that I keep this eye area completely unobstructed. Just make sure that if you do it as I do it, to make sure it's not too tight, because you can breathe through this stuff, and I am going to leave small gaps around my nose and my mouth, but make sure you just don't do it too tight, otherwise you might not be able to breathe through it, and obviously that's not a good thing, you need to breathe. Which also means I'm going to have to do the rest of this video as a voiceover, but we'll get to that in a sec. So before I apply the bandage, it's really important to apply the wig, because the bandage needs to go over the wig so we can have tufts of hair poking out. And as this is meant to be for younger Sally face, where he didn't have the pigtails, we just removed them. Yeah. Yay for detachable pigtails. So I'm just going to apply the wig, back comb it a little bit, and then we can apply the bandage. So I'm just going to switch over to voiceover now, and we can go from there. So there we are, Sally face in drag. So next I can take the bandage and start wrapping it around my face. So then I can take my trusty black hairspray and use it all over the bandage to make sure that everything looks a lot more rustic and dirty. So you're going to want to spray this very lightly, at least maybe an arm's distance away from your face, and you only want to make about 2 to 3 passes over the bandage. I'm also going to apply it lightly to my neck. Make sure that when you do this, you do it in a well ventilated area and that you breathe in heavily before you spray the hairspray. So there we are. Then I can take my favourite fake blood. This is by a Superstar and it's their Stage Blood. And with that, I'm going to be applying it in random areas around my face by lifting up some of the bandage to apply it underneath so it looks like it's seeping through. Try to add quite a bit in one place if you can so that it can dribble down naturally. So there we are, nice and bloody. So then, the last step is to pop in a contact lens, pop on a costume, and I do believe we're done. And here we are. So to finish the look off, I popped in a black and white Scalera contact lens that I got from ScaleraXL.com. That link will be in the description bar below. I know he doesn't have that in the game, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I think it makes everything look a lot more creepy. The costume is just a generic pair of hospital scrubs that I got from eBay. I also bloodied it up a bit to match the bandage. And yeah, so that's my bandaged Sally face makeup officially complete. I know, just like my regular Sally face makeup, it's quite a simple concept, but hopefully it's still quite effective. And yeah, so those are my different versions of Sally face. I hope they were helpful to some of you out there. I wanted to cover as many versions of Sally face as I actually could, just to give everyone an option on what to choose. So I really hope you all liked this video. If you did, then please make sure to, you know, the usual, like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye fluffies!